Hey, I am Life is Riley, and we're going to be breaking down top lane designs. This isn't going to be how viable they are, how good they are. We're talking purely how much does my monkey brain like them from a design perspective. Or, I don't know, whatever. If I just think they're cool, I'll put them in there somewhere. Anyway, let's start it off with everyone's favorite Darkin, Aatrox. Now, what do I think of Aatrox's design? Well, I think he's a really cool looking edgy boy. He has very nice metal trims that are like kind of fleshy, and I think his design is just like, it's so edgy, like I would see him on an album cover. So I think it gets my seal of approval of just how cool he looks. He looks like the devil, you know what I mean? I really liked his like, we're just going to be talking about base skins. I don't think it's really fair to mention alt skins and whatnot. Though I think this design is just okay. This one is just sick. That one is sick. Blood Moon Aatrox is just so sick. Where would I put this design? I think I would put this in a good B tier. I mean, he does have a really cool statue. He does have a very cool statue. Like that statue just goes so hard. I don't know what is with his arm. Why it's like I don't know, like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Why does he have like goo coming, like symbiote goo? I don't know. Now that I'm looking at this, actually, hold on. Now that I am looking at this statue, I think I will bump him up to A tier. He actually looks very cool. Akali. Akali is next. Okay, let me look up Akali. What do I think of Akali's design? Yeah, very cool. Recently they revealed, yeah, here it is. Recently they revealed her design in 2XKO. First of all, what an awful name. They need to hire the guy that worked on Pixar, who was in the meeting room and was like, guys, I know what we're gonna call our movie about cars called, and they looked at him and was like, whoa, what's the name of it? And he turned around and said, this is called Cars, bro. They need to hire that guy to come up with a new name for 2XKO. Like, I think the name 2XKO just sucks. But anyway, what were they cooking up this design on 2XKO? 2XKO, like, I would put at the bottom. What is that thing? Like, what is that design? I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about Akali's design. I think Akali's design is very cool. It is, like, it stands out. It's got the little bow on it. I think the best part of Akali's design is that big ass bag on her. You know what I mean? Like, the big bag she carries on her back is like what I think is like, that just sticks out. Does she even have it? Oh, she has it on like literally all skins. Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, I think that bag that she carries around is like kind of removed there. I mean, like, you lost the plot when you removed the thing, but you know, I like her hair piece. It's really cool. It reminds me of Yasuo, which kind of makes sense because, you know, Ionia feels like everyone there just has big massive anime hair. It is really like the anime nation. But yeah, I think I would look at this and be like, this is a pretty cool design. It's very ninja. You can get the gooners in there. It does show midriff and shit, so I would put that in like a good solid she's very marketable. I'll put her in A tier as well. Ambessa, come on, Burr. Come on. What, like, this one? Oh my god, can we get this? Is this skin? Like the skin goes really hard. I mean, this outfit goes really hard. I don't like her bone outfit. Like, I know it's supposed to be gold and stuff, but this just looks, I don't know. I don't really like it. I think her weapons are really cool. It makes her look like Shyvana. I kind of wish she just had a better run cycle. Like, the run cycle, I'll pull it up with my other monitor. And I'll pull it up into my main one. Ambessa. Can I just pull up Ambessa here? Yeah, sure. I'll just pull up this round video.
Ambessa top. Well, she has a
skip. Let me turn it off. So, like, the weird walk. I don't like how her walk looks like Shyvana. Like, I don't really like that, but it's fine. It's literally fine. What I think of the design, I think it is a pretty cool design. I like her weapons and I like her scarf, and I do like how her silhouette does sort of just really, it does kind of pop. Oh, you know what? I actually, you know, oh, that is another A tier. I don't want to put too many things in A tier because like then it's just so many A tier things. Her, I don't. Oh wait, who's that? Do I have to put what's her name? I don't remember what this character is. The bunny character. I can't remember her name. I'm just gonna skip her. Bro, get your top lane champ. Get your mid lane, bot lane, range champs out of here. Do not get out of here with that stuff. No, I'm not putting there in this. Camille. Let's see. Camille. League. Is that how you spell her name with 2 L's? It does have 2 L's. I love this design, man. It's so Attack on Titan inspired and a just really cool design. It's actually such a cool design now that I'm thinking about it. It's just so original, having big big sharp legs. It's a really cool design, and her face card is really cool looking. It's just you know what I mean? Imagine a cosplay, you're just putting 2 lines in your face and bro, you're halfway there to a good Camille design. They really cooked with this design. And I don't know what her lore is. I can't even remember lore. I was about to explain the lore, but I actually just don't even know what it is. Yeah, no, it's actually just a really cool design. Yeah, I don't have anything to say other than it's just a good design. I think this may be our first. I don't know, man. Do I want to put her there? Her legs do literally are they stand out. You know what I mean? They are the design. Oh wow, damn, that skin is so sick. What is that? Dude, you Camille mates are feasting. This is the best skin though. Let's be real. This is the best skin. Or this one. The IG one is just. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I will put her in S tier. It's such a good design. Goddamn. First of all, again, we are not putting cringe mid laners in this tier list. It's just get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath reminds me of the design from that's bro, it's so yeah, you know, he's I don't know about this design. It reminds me of is it Violator Spawn? Yes, this thing. This is so gross. It's so gross. It reminds me of Violator. I really like the mouth things on the side, whatever these horn things. It's just really cool. I think it's a really original part of the design and it sticks out. I'll take a tea break. Yeah, I think these part of it's just really stand out. But we're talking about Cho'Gath. I think Cho'Gath's design is cool. I do appreciate that it's a monster. I know that monsters usually I mean, there's a thing in China League which is just play who you think looks cool. So nobody plays monster champs. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, this skin is just crazy. What they had to work with, this skin is just crazy. Where are they put Cho'Gath's design? Because he looks like a centipede. He looks like a centipede, and I don't really like centipedes. I think centipedes are just so gross. I think centipedes themselves are really cool. It's like spiders. Dude, I can't even look at these images of these things, but I think they have some really cool designs. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk anymore insects. My entire YouTube feed is actually, they're going to listen in, and my entire YouTube feed is, I mean, it already is starting to become that stupid Adam Sandler video with the big giant spider, but that's another topic. Anyway, I would put Cho'Gath in, honestly, I put him in C tier. I think his design is kind of ass. It's cool, but it's kind of ass. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. This is my GOAT. This is who I play. This is going to be very biased. I mean, I'm making the tier list based on my what I like. So where would I put Darius? I mean, bro's the G. Bro is the G. You know what I mean? You can't spell League of Legends without Darius. You know what I mean? Like, he is just... Oh, what a cool design. He's got a big axe. And I really like the way his cape is like... It's like his cape is wearing it like a school bag. Bro is going to school with this thing. Yeah, we see the fit. We see the fit. Where am I putting this design though? Yeah, well, before we get to that, I really do like the white strip. I think the most key thing in Darius' design is the scar and the white strip that really looks like Guts. I think that's probably why I like this design so much, because he basically is like Guts, except he wields a big axe. I mean, like, Guts, like, I know he wasn't, but there was a panel where, like, that Sharpie hands him, like, the big, massive axe, and she's like, yo, use this, and he's like, nah, bro, I got my sword. So I think Darius' design is really cool. I mean, I really like that cinematic they did of him. I'll pull it up again. Let me pull it up again. Let me pull it here, fuck it. Guts, nope. Darius cinematic. Here it is. Nope. Ah, this one. That's not it. Cinematic. Darius cinematic. Where is it? It's like a music video. Oh! I found it. Boom. That's one right here. We're just gonna skip and find the part that I think looks really cool. Is it like around here? Oh, it is literally around here. Yep, this bit here. Man, that's so... Look at the length of his cape right... Oh, look at this length of this cape right here. Oh my god, bro. Like, they just said, how long do you want this cape? And they said, let it ride. Let it ride. And... it works really well. This is just such a good design. With that being said, I'm gonna put him in A tier. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put him in A tier. I'm put him in like I yeah. Okay, there we go. That's I just glazed the shit out of this man for like 2 minutes straight, and I'm putting in an A tier, and he's not even S. That's crazy. Mundo. Oh my god, I made a YouTube short talking about this character's design. I'll pull it up. Not the video, but I will pull up Mundo's design. It's just a really cool design. He's just like, he's a big Dumbo that pushes, you know? So I think, wow, that is... I remember seeing this when this first came out, bro. I'm actually kind of an unk status. But if you're watching this and you play League, you're probably unk status as well. Yeah, I really like his design. I think I prefer his new design much more than his old design. Where did I put this? Where would I put him? No, he's peak. Yeah, Mundo's peak. I would put him in yeah, I'd put him in S tier. He has a really good design. Oh, but I feel like, I don't know. That Darius thing is calling to me. We'll come back to it. He's definitely top of... Oh god, no, hold on. Yeah, we'll definitely get back to it. Fiora, bro, come on. Come on, this is so biased, but like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, she's very clearly a fencer. Would I put her, like... Dude, I don't know, it's just such a boring design. Like, it's good for what it is, but it's just, like... I mean, do actually, now that I look at it, I do really like her, like, mechanical arm. It reminds me of Jhin, almost. I think she's Demacian. The worst nation ever. Oh my god. Like, if they ever make Arcane 2, I know for a fact they are not doing Demacia. What do you like with your bread, sir? Rice? Wow. Would you like some milk? Your blonde milk? Come on, get out of here. Yeah. So I think I would put Fiora. I mean, it's a good design, right? You know what? There we go. Our first B tier. GP? What a design. What a design. He's so cool, man. Gangplank's a really sick design. This is like one of the first characters I actually made. I think I just love the archetype of characters that can, you know, both wield sword and gun. I actually like that he's like kind of scraping an orange. I seen a Reddit post the other day, which was like, what is the best ability to have in real life? Like basic ability that you could like cast once a year. And I seen like everyone was discussing what the best ability was, and some people said like TF passive, which is, you know, I mean, like you just go kill a bunch of ants and you can just you're rich, bro. But I was thinking, what if you had, I think Gangplank Orange is easily the best one, bro. People are like I seen the comments saying that like, oh, it's just an orange. But dude, what orange can cure CC? You know what I mean? Let's say you get hit with like AIDS or something, cured. Let's say you're like extremely, I mean, it stores like percent missing health, right? So let's say you're on top of that, access AP scaling, so you're restoring like a lot more. So like if you get your like arm broke and yet that orange, you're probably full HP after that. Like let's be real, or skipping that. You know, let's say you have a really bad eye infection, you just take that orange and you're full HP. It's OP. It's literally the best ability. The only thing I can like think that comes close, maybe Karthus R, but like that's only basic abilities, so like I guess you can't really do that one. So yeah, definitely the best. Someone did. Oh, I remember. Someone said Science W. Science W. Upon killing something, you gain max HP. That's pretty insane to think about. So I think that if we had that, and you just, if we're allowed to count ants and, yes, because minions, you kill minions, and minions are in lore cloth. So if I killed a bunch of ants, I'm sorry ants, you just gotta go. But if I killed a bunch of ants and flies and stuff, I would have like 1,000,000 HP. I wonder how much, like how that conversion would work with real life, right? Like, let's compare Herald's charge to like a truck, like, you know, like, no, not a truck. Let's say like a small sedan or something like that, going at like 30 miles per hour. That hits you, you're like almost dead, but I feel like you could probably somewhat tank it. Maybe at 15 miles per hour, I don't know. But if I got hit with that and I take like a bit of damage, I'd be okay. But let's imagine I've been stacking for like 30 days straight on just killing ants, right? That's like easily 30,000 extra HP. Easily 30,000 HP. Now, if I got hit by that truck, is that gonna do any damage to me? Like, am I actually just gonna like face tank that? I don't know. Well, like, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, GP. That's right. GP is a really cool design. He's so cool, and I mean, I wasn't playing around then to see his like that update where they killed his ass. But you know, I think it's a really cool design. I'll put that. Let's put him in A tier. Dude, there's so many A tier champs, man. There's so many A tier champs. Garen, oh my god. Guys, would you like some bread with your rice and milk? Like, get out of here. Like, let's pull him up. Yeah, like I don't know what to tell you. Like, he really is just like Mr. Bland. I like his giant ass shoulder blades, you know. I mean, not shoulder blades, his shoulder blades. Like, they are really cool. Wow, it's actually kind of interesting seeing his like, is that his TFT design? Damn. They really cooked with his I don't know why the colors are so washed out on the TFT version, when not like the one on the right, just like, the person just made it just went hard. Whoa, were you able to play Penguai? Garen? That's crazy. Wow, he looks a bit like a Mogger here, I'm not gonna lie. This is like, you ever see his shorts where like it's just Garen flash queuing and then killing someone? That like, that's the face they use. What do you think of Garen from a design perspective? I feel he looks like a Warhammer 40k character. I do think his anatomy is actually pretty cool. Like, if that's what he looks like, that's really cool looking. But then again, we have Darius, who I think is just the actual cooler version, and this character's from Demacia, who just It's just an L. It's just an L. So I'm gonna put him in D because like you could look at that and be like, this could genuinely be anything, anyone. Like, but I suppose that's the whole point, right? Because he is like the beginner character. You want him to look like milk with bread and rice, you know. So I'm gonna put him in D tier. Gnarr, wow, Gnarr is such a cool design. I really like Gnarr. I like the little bird head, those little conchu on his head. That's pretty cool looking. It's a really good design. I don't know, like, you know, I do like the aesthetic of like this little creature that when you like piss him off turns into this, into like, you know, like a pit bull called Princess. It's pretty cool looking. But would I put this design near a high spot? I'm sorry, guys, I may have to do this. I may, in fact, have to do this and drop him in A tier again. Like, this is crazy. We're like, by the time we're done, we're gonna have to cull. We're gonna have to cull this. There's no way we can have this many people in A tier. But to be fair, it's where it is at. Top lane is where designers are like, guys, why don't we actually just make good designs? Like, why don't we just make good designs? And you've got ADC bot lane, which is to just make a naked girl. How about that, guys? And that's like most bot laners, you know, like, or enchanters, which is, guys, let's just make a naked girl, you know, like that's like where all the designers are just kind of like AFK. But top lane, Gragas. Let's look up Gragas. Grags? No, my boy Grags. Gragas, like, I mean, it's like a, I don't even know what this is. Like what kind of design, like what are they going for here? Even the updated one, I don't really know what they're going for. You know, you could maybe, yeah, you could maybe tell me it's like the Thor angle. This was it, I'd be like, that's a cool design. This one's a cool design. But because he just looks like a fat fuck, I don't know. It's like this one is just like, this is kind of an ass. Okay, this one's he's kind of got aura. This one, he just looks so like there's nothing enough going on. You know what I mean? I get the runes going on, but he just looks like it just doesn't do much for me. You know, like it just isn't doing much. Like this, I think if it looked like that, like a Thor angle, this just looks so cool. This one, I would. You already know this one would be an A tier. So I'm going to put this Gragas in D tier. He is going in no, he's got a little more sauce. I'm putting him in C tier. He's got a little more sauce. Gwen is a interesting one because I was actually playing her the other day and what the hell? I was playing her the other day and I looked at her lore, and the first thing that came to my mind was, how the fuck is she alive? It doesn't make any sense. How is she alive? Like, how is she a doll that just instantly turns alive? I don't know. And then I checked the Reddit and people were just like, whatever that lore is called, they're like, it's some of the Sentinels of Light. Yeah, people were like, Sentinels of Light was just poorly written. So I guess she's alive. I guess she has part of her soul to the soul, and then Akshan found like a loophole with the gun and brought her back. I think she's just like, I think she's a victim of having her design so cool that, like, her base design, the modelers, the designers just nailed it. They absolutely nailed it out of the park. Like, I just don't know how, like, it's just, like, what I mean by they nailed it is, like, I don't think there's a better skin than her. Like every other skin that they've made for her is, like, it's fine, but it ain't no default. The default is, like, the best one. It's just a really cool design. For top laner, it's even, like, you know what I mean? I was saying earlier about bot lane having just kind of, like, naked girl skins, you know, but for her, they kind of cooked. They actually kind of cooked. I will say, only thing I don't like about it is that, you know, she's very tanky. She's just so tanky to fight. And that, like, design just doesn't really reflect on this at all. Like, she's, like, no muscles. She's not bulky. She's not even wearing armor. She's just wearing a skirt. And you're, like, telling me this thing can, like, tank? like is just an absolute tank. I don't know. I'm not really buying it. I'm not gonna put it in S tier because it's like that. I think that's the major flaw of it. Is like she's supposed to be like she's tanky, but she doesn't look tanky, you know. And for that, I'm gonna put it in A tier. You already know we're going in A tier. You already know. Start with these mid laner. Start with these mid lane champs, bro. These range mid laners. Get them out of top lane. Honestly, if I could, you would be melee only top lane. Melee only top lane. If you ever see like the start of season 26, they had this thing which was like if you're in a lane that you weren't supposed to be, you just get kicked out. Put that in. Put that shit in. Put these three characters, these three agents, and be like, nope, your range, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Illaoi. Let's see. Where am I putting Illaoi? Let me see. Illaoi. I really like her design in that Ruined King game. They really cooked with that. I think Illaoi is actually a pretty cool design. I don't know. I don't play her enough, so it's like it's like hard for me to look at this and be like, oh yeah, there's a lot going on here. I think it's cool that she carries this like big ball thing, that is like a god or whatever. Not gonna lie, in this it kind of looks like a lunchbox, like a really big lunchbox. It's definitely got more than just bread, rice, and milk. You know what I mean? It's definitely got more than bread, rice, and milk in there. Yeah, it's just a good design. I mean, oh, actually, you know, it's perfect because like we just mentioned Gwen, and like Illaoi looks like she could take a fucking beating. Like she is built like an absolute tank, which is I really appreciate that. That they just made her like kind of tanky. Where would I put this design though? I mean, she looks like she's from... Actually, you know what? She looks like she's from Bilgewater, which is where Gangplank is from. And I do actually like that they give her... Like, it really does carry over that aesthetic. You know, it really... I think that's actually really cool that it does look like... I can't remember the word, thematics. Or, it's like certain elements that are from certain isle. Like, you know, like this whole, like, rune sketching really reminds me of like Bilgewater, and I really do like that they all have some sort of like thing to say, hey, I'm from this place, like Akali. So I'm gonna put her in, yeah, I'll put her in A tier. You ready? You already know this is an A tier list. Irelia. Let's see, Irelia. Irelia has a pretty interesting design, I think. Wow, this was like when Riot was in their like really big anime phase. I actually just don't know what to say about this design. It's like, yeah, she's cool for like floating daggers, but I wonder if you took away those daggers, does the design hold? And I know that's not really a good thing because the dagger is her like whole identity. Oh whoa, I remember this, man. I remember when her like weapon was this like what is this, like this fidget spinner? It kind of looks like a CS:GO knife. Like a Gamma Doppler phase 1 or something like that. I don't know. It kind of looks like that. Am I tripping? Or maybe a case hardened. Where would I put this design though? Where would I put this design? I mean, if we're talking kit wise, I would say it's pretty like an S tier. It's really cool design. Hate laying against her. Absolute nightmare champ to lay. I just dodge. I'm gonna be real. I just dodge. I'm not good enough to deal with this. But where would I put her design? I do actually like all the blade motifs. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Motifs. Yes. Like a Bilgewater. They have like tons of motifs all over them. On this design though, she's got kind of a lot of these like pointy bits that does sort of make her look like she would just like spam blades at you. That's just, oh wow, whoever drew that is crazy. Damn, that one's really cool. I really like the blades on this. They look like chicken feathers. That's really cool. That would have been a nightmare to draw. Dude, I can't even imagine how much effort that took to draw all these. She also does just look very Ionian. She is very Ionian. That's not racist. She just does look Ionian. I would put this design in... Is this official? This looks official. Okay. No. Oh, God. This looks like... I don't think that's official. Never mind. I'm gonna put her in B tier, bro. I don't know. It's like whatever. It's like cool. You already know who this is. You already know who this is. Sheesh. You already know. But, you know, I think this is a really cool design. I do wish we got the version. Wow, they just damn, that looks so cool. What the? I actually really like this old design. I do like that he was actually carrying like a lamp. It's actually just like legit a lamp. I don't like that they kind of reworked it into like, this is a gladiator weapon that I could use any weapon. And like, bro, you could absolutely kill someone with that. Look how deadly that thing looks. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like it's intended for war, which I don't really like that much. This is it. This one right here. Find it. I think this should have been like the design for Jax. Wow, can I get a better image of that? That's all you're getting. This is the best I can pull up. I think that this is the coolest looking Jax has ever looked. On this one is kind of like, it's like low-key kind of a downgrade, this one. If we got this one, wow. Whoever designed that top one, they just cooked so hard. Maybe I'll model this guy next. I actually think I might model Jax next. It's just such a cool design. The way he is so square is just so cool looking. His big massive cape, he really does look like a 1v9 machine. I really like that he also has a lot of these like not symmetrical things going on. He's got a very isometric design, so it makes him stand out and look like a warrior. I do also like that his anatomy is, you know, he's not human. He just looks, he's humanoid. What is that on him? Like, why? I don't know why they, like, what is wrong with his cape? Like, what is that on his cape? Why did they give him the stupid like talon cape? I don't know. When we get to mid laners, oh, I got a thing to say. I got some things to say. I don't know. It's actually kind of a goofy design. I don't know why they gave him this weird cape thing. Can we just get the one? Can we just get the one where he looks like this? Can we just get this one? Alright, go in the wiki. Can we just get? I don't know. It's not working. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Can we just get that top one? I think that top one just looks so cool. But yeah, overall, like, wow, they did that design. Just looks kind of, you know. Let's not talk about that one. But this one though, this one is cooking. I would put Jax probably in B tier if it was that one. If it was this one, it's kind of cooking. But let's. But for now, because we're talking about League itself, we'll put it in B. Jayce, wow. Jayce, League of Legends. Jayce, I feel like, I mean, he suffers from being a very early champion. And the aesthetic is just kind of like, he's very generic. He's very bread, rice, and milk. So I think I would put this guy in. I mean, like, the hammer is cool. I do think the hammer is really cool. Having a hammer that can transform into like a railgun thingy is very cool. I think this one, the arcane one, they took the design and they're like, guys, what if we add some sauce to it? And arcane Jayce, Amazing, amazing, absolutely amazing design. I would put this guy in S tier if it was Arcane Jayce, but we're talking about the base design. And the base design just suffers from just being so old that what I mean by old is I feel like they didn't really figure out what all the motifs of each nation was going to be at the time. So for that, I am going to put him in D tier as well. I don't know, his design's just kind of suckish. K Sante. K Sante. K Sante is a interesting one. I think his design is from a like body perspective, it is such a cool like body, you know what I mean? Like he is so top heavy, which makes sense, you know, like he looks like a, I know I say this all the time, but he looks like a wall to defend, you know. He looks like a big massive wall that is just like you just can't get past. And his weapons are actually, you know what? His weapons are literally like a giant door. It's literally a giant door. Can we? Oh, this is a good way to show it off. Oh man, remember like day one, Kesante? That was crazy. What? Am I gonna show W? There it is. See, like he turns into a big massive door, and I think that's really cool. He really stands out as the like a Bastion type character. But what I think of his overall design, whoa, I didn't realize how detailed that splash art is. Wow, that's crazy. Imagine like you're an artist and you design it like this, right? And then they just cut it off. They cut off like, look how cool that thing looks. Like that is so cool looking. And then they just cut it out. They just cut it out, so you never see it. Like I've never seen the full splash art by Kesante. I've seen this big massive block thing, and then they just cut it out. Like what, you know? If I like, bro, if I was the artist, I would have just cut off half of this and just showed like this back half. To be honest with you, like just cut off like this back half so you can see how cool those the tonfas are. He also wields a very unique weapon. It's a very unique weapon in League of Legends. You know, I never really knew that these were actually real things until I played the game Warframe Tonfas. I don't know what they're... These things, yes, wow, they're actually just called Tonfas, wow. Yeah, I didn't even know they were a real thing until I played Warframe. And I'm like, wow, people actually use these things. But yeah, I think his design's pretty cool. I really like his bright colors. And the way his anatomy is just so freaky. He's an absolute freak machine. He also does, it kind of does have that Giga Chad face going on as well. Where would I put him? I think I would put him in B tier. I don't think the design is like absolutely amazing, but it's a cool design. It is a pretty cool design. Actually, you know, on the motif part, I do like that he varies Shuriman. I feel like Shuriman is a lot of gold. Gold and red is very Shuriman to me, which is really cool. Kayle, wow, everybody's favorite top laner who just like AFK farms, gets 16, wow. Kayle's design. Do I have to review this? Do I actually have to review this? Yeah, that's right, actually. Why is their splash art so different? I wonder why our splash art's actually so different compared to everyone else's. I don't know why our splash art's so different. You know what I mean? It's like her splash art's like a... It's like a... I guess it does look kind of like a painting. Where would I put her, though? Dude, I don't know. It's just so like generic-y. That's a real word. Like, it's just a girl with a sword who's like an angel. I do like that she has 6 wings. It's pretty cool. Like, I do like that each... Wait, does each level up give her a new set of wings? That is actually so cool. That each sword gives her new wings when she gets a new ult. I mean, new... or upgrade. That's really cool, actually. Where would I put that design, though? I don't know. It's just such a... it feels like a lacking design almost. Like it's missing a little something. That one's quite cool. But I think her overall base design is just kind of like whatever. I'm gonna put her in like C tier. I mean, she's like an angel. It's just like it's slightly more interesting than bread with milk and bread with rice. You know. Kennen. I remember seeing Kennen. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Oh my god, I spelled it wrong again. Kennen comic. They did like a comic Kennen. This one is. I really like this little guy. This little Kennen is so cool. Though it's kind of interesting that like I always thought Kennen was like basically like fresh out of the womb or something. He looked really stupid. But this one, this one goes kind of hard. This one goes kind of hard. I didn't know he was supposed to be like somewhat older. This one's a lot cooler. I think this one's a lot cooler than this one. I think this design, it's just really... I feel like this one's just kind of like lacking. There's not really much. Damn, that's so cool. Let me get that Deadpool one. Oh. I mean, other than splash art, he doesn't really have that much. You know what I mean? Doesn't really have that much. There's also nothing in this design that really like stands out and says to me that this is like a unique character. Like if I copied and paste 400 of these guys in a lineup, they would all like, you wouldn't be like, oh, well, this one's a unique one. No, it's just, he just looks like a little like rat thing. But this one is pretty cool. I like this one a lot. I would put Kennen in C tier. Yeah, I'd put him in C. Put it there. She can go there. Okay. Let's end part 1 on an absolute banger. My GOAT, Kled. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about designs, and I did not talk about designs really, but I cannot not talk about Kled. I think Kled arguably is the best design champion in top lane. His aesthetic is absolutely amazing. He's just so cool. He's a victim of looking too good. His base model is just perfect. It's literally perfect. I can't even, like, all these things are just so, like, no wonder there's no Kled skins, because they peaked. They've genuinely peaked. And why have they peaked? Because he's supposed to be this, like, crazy warlord. This, like, crazy grand general who just charges in like an absolute psychopath. I mean, we'll pull up the Kled trailer. Like, they just, like, look at this. Look at this. Absolute cinema. They cook so hard of the design. And when I talked about the kit, this is what I mean by the kit. What does Kled want to do in game? What does Kled want to do in game? He wants to just run at you and attack. You know what I mean? His passive, the way his W is just, it gives him a crazy attack steroid, and it just swing. It just works really well because, like, you're looking at that guy and he's just swinging at a bunch of minions like a crazy person. He's no control of that. And he wants to dismount as, like, he just wants to spam tower dives because his Scarl just allows him to do that, because like his dismount, you know, knocks him off and he becomes intargetable, and then it swaps it. So all this guy really wants to do is just tower dive and go crazy, which I think is this, like, a perfect design, which, like, encapsulates the design and character. Like his kit on, like, the way he looks, it's just a perfect design. So we're ending this video on Kled at the top of S right now. The top of S. I'd say there's maybe one more character out there that I think could probably beat him. But other than that, we're gonna end it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you watched till the very end. Like, comment, do whatever that stuff is. And yeah, if you want to see more of this, you know, show your support, and I'll probably do, you know, I'll probably do a mid lane tier list next, maybe a jungle. Actually, I think jungle next, because that has a insane roster of cool chumps. So yeah, probably jungle next. I think it'd be more entertaining. Anyway, have a good one.